Now, when companies want to build a security program or they need to secure their environment, a lot of them don't know how to start. And that's where you get into this whole analysis paralysis. You're going into meetings, you're collecting data, and you don't do anything with that data. And that's when you go to point solutions. This whole process is it's easily mapped out, and you should follow it kind of A to Z. And so you understand who the shareholders are of the security program and who's ultimately responsible. You come up with your strategies and your principles of what is our acceptable risk level, what is it we have to protect, and then you develop your security architecture. Now, a lot of people think a security architecture is the technical architecture, but it's not. It's the your security architecture is the actual framework that you're going to use, and I talked about like 7799 as a framework, and there's some others out there that are very useful, but you have to figure out which framework are we going to use. Then you come up with your organizational structure, which means who's going to be responsible for what. You have to assign roles and responsibilities. Then you could develop your technical framework, because technology is supposed to enforce what your strategy is, and technology is just one piece that enforces that. Then you come up with your baselines and your standards. You come up with your compliancy, make sure that you're compliant with the policy, the different laws. You come up with assurance. Now, what assurance means is that you know that the security things are working as they're supposed to be working. How are you going to check on that? That's monitoring and auditing. And more companies are developing security metrics. Security metrics are very important because they could track how well your security components are doing, how well your security initiatives are. You know, in the past, a lot of security professionals have had a hard time, or somebody in the organization going to management and say, you know, I need some more money for this. I need, you know, we need to roll out IPS or IDS or whatever. And management would say, well, I just gave you $200,000 last year. Why should I give you some more money? And it's really hard to sell security because it's basically like insurance. If everything goes good, nothing happens. So it's been a hard sell to management when you need funds or you need to build things that they don't fully understand. And that's one benefit of setting up metrics. You can show that when you put a control in, you could actually have metrics to indicate the amount of successful or unsuccessful attacks, the amount of successful or unsuccessful viruses that got in. Another metric is the amount of time, operational time it took for to clean up or to recover, amount of downtime, amount of revenue. So metrics are becoming more and more important and mature in the environment.